I wanted to talk about something new on this channel, which is a review of the new Diablo 4 game. I've been playing this game since the beta release. I tried to have a sorceress back then, and then I played since this Friday when it was early access release. So I've been playing all weekend as much as I could. I've got 2 kids, so it's not like I could play 12 hours a day, but as much as I could. I think I'm like level 32 now, and I wanted to give my like early impressions of the game. Just to preface, I've been playing the Diablo series since I was a kid. I've been playing since Diablo 1 was released way back in the 90s. Been playing Diablo 2 a lot. Played the remastered, resurrected version. Played Diablo 3 also. I was pretty disappointed when Diablo 3 was launched back in 2014. It wasn't like the end game I expected after playing Diablo 2, which just has an incredible end game, and just still a lot of YouTubers just live off doing like mana find runs in that game right now, so just to see whatever is gonna drop, and I love that as well. But Diablo 3 didn't really give it that kind of vibe to me, and all that, you know, grinding with the torment levels and stuff, it wasn't really for me. Like, I had other stuff in my life I wanted to focus on. So but one thing I really liked about all the games is the lore. Like, I'm a huge fan of the lore of Blizzard games in general, you know, from Warcraft to Diablo. Also, I played a lot of StarCraft, and Diablo just has a special place in my heart. I feel like the way they did the lore in Diablo 4 is so cool, because it's like at the same time a continuation of the whole narrative they've begun since the early days, and it's also kind of taking a step back and looking at something else and just, you know, another run of killing Diablo and he's been resurrected. Who knows? I haven't played that much to know whatever happens later, but so far I really dig like the whole Inarius versus Lilith story that's going on there, like the reason why the sanctuary realm is even there. And, you know, they have made it so that every character has some kind of, you know, what do they want. Like Lilith, she wants revenge, she wants to take over, and she wants to make sure that like the sanctuary survives. She wants to kill Inarius, I think. I can't really remember. And Inarius wants to get back into the high heavens. Like, that's so far the story. And then there's a lot of like smaller stories like spread throughout the side quests, which I've actually played a lot of the side quests for the first the area. I can't really remember the name of it, but I played most of the side quests there, and I just tried to take this game slow, try to, you know, really try to experience every aspect of the whole map and all the side quests and the whole story of all the characters, all those you know, side characters as well, as I play through the game. So regarding so the story so far, really amazing. I love that, like, when you run to some of the main quests, you get to see some insane paintings of some backstory of Inarius and Lilith and the Horadrim, and whatever they're called, those people that they created before the humans. It's just this insane detail to the lore, which is just like sprinkled around on the maps. If you pay attention, you get to see some really cool stuff. I also like at some places they've done so that you can stand and just get the camera zooms out and you just get this whole view of this incredible area that they've created. And this, in the artwork and the general feel, the tone, it's darker, it's more gritty, but it's also I think really like cinematic at some points. It's just amazing. And the fact that you could create a character and then have him as you created him in the cutscenes, that just blows my mind. It's so cool compared to like the cutscenes we got way back when. So regarding the gameplay, I play as a barbarian. I've always loved barbarians. I either like, you know, sorcerers or barbarian. That's been like 2 main, and I want to do both. I also want to do a necromancer at some point, but barbarian is always my like first go-to guy. Or warrior. I have tried some different builds, and I've like tried to like figure out this whole progression system of the skills and how that skill like path works. What I really like is the way that they've made it so you can easily revert some of the skills you've chosen just by spending some gold. And it's like, I haven't really felt I met any barrier to just I messed up here, let me try something else, because now I found these skills down here, and now the previous skills I picked because I didn't know anything, they don't really work for me anymore. And I really like that I can go back and say, okay, now I'm gonna try to do this build. So what I'm running right now is I'm thinking it as a like DPS/bleed build. So I hack and slash a lot and then get some Fury, and then I just do Rend and just make sure that they bleed, and then I do a finishing death move, whatever that is called, to try to finish them off and go berserk. And then when I go berserk, I can just continue that as much as possible to because every time I kill a monster, I get the berserk and also have like the berserk skill. So it's like a mix between like DPS over time using bleed and using berserk and like that finishing blow to activate berserk. And it's just, I haven't read any guides. I just looked at all the skills and like, okay, that fits together with that one, okay, and then I can use this one, oh, that's cool. And then I got a weapon that boosted some things, and like, okay, now it makes sense. And I just like the fact that I don't have to sit on some whatever weirdy nerdy website to get like the most OP overpowered build. I can just sit down and just trying to figure things out. And also the way that it progressed with the gear I got, as I got some legendaries and stuff, which I feel like it's a bit regarding legendaries and rare items. You get a lot of rare items because you meet a lot of elite monsters, and it's cool. You get a lot of items. What really, and I have maybe an issue with, it's maybe too easy to get legendaries. Like, okay, I've got already like 3, and I think it's kind of early to get that like so early in the game. I remember like Diablo 2, it was only like end game and Nightmare that you started to actually really get some drops and really get to like see your character build. But also like it's more fun for me. Like, I'm a dad of 2. I gotta work. I gotta do all that stuff. So I like that I can get some legendaries without having to spend like hundreds of hours in the game, but it's like a balance. You need to have, it needs to be something special when it drops. But the whole way they made it that so you can extract some of those skills. I know they didn't done that in like Diablo Immortal, which I've also played when it was released. But I like that aspect that because I've already tried, leveling past some of the legendaries I found, and I had a hard time like, I don't want to, it's a legendary, it has some good affixes and attributes, but I don't want to get rid of it. So what do I do? And the fact that you can just extract that and that skill, whatever that legendary skill thing is for the legendary weapon, and put that on another weapon later on in the game, I really like that. I tried it once and then I found out I couldn't extract it again. I was like, well, whatever, that's just the way it is. So that whole system really works for me. I like, that's my conclusion. It works. I'm a casual gamer. It works for me. Regarding like the gameplay in general, I think it's really well paced. Like sometimes I try to break games by like, can I outrun this? Can I just make my character run and just fly past all the monsters, fly past the story? I don't even have to spend time on killing. But I don't feel like this game allows me to do that. Like, I play also Nightmare. I have to stop and actually fight when I'm traveling from one point to the next point. And it feels like natural to do. And I also like that the monsters are leveling with you. So you don't really feel that, I'm not going to waste time taking this fight. Every fight is meaningful because it is the appropriate level for you. Regarding there's only like one like issue I found regarding like some of the gameplay stuff, and it's just like it's not a bug, it's just like an annoying thing. Like when you go up and down some ladders or like some kind of cliff, and then you want to like sprint or use like I use the space bar to like do that dashing motion, he just climbs back up again, and I've like been stuck in a loop a couple of times where I just went down, I clicked like just because I've been doing it so much, just click the button to get fast to the next place, and it's just stuck in that loop of going up and down a couple of times. Like, what am I doing? So far, I'm through Act 1. I'm pretty excited about the story, like the way they progressed it. That you can also like, I'm really not sure how they work. It's more like chapters, but I could like choose chapter 2 or chapter 3. So I'm trying to do things in chronological order and just take it step by step. And so level 32 Barbarian, and if you also play the game, if you want to join me, I've made a clan. It's called Cold Not Creative. I'll show it somewhere around here or in the description. And it would be fun if you guys wanted to join our clan, Cold Not Creative. I'm not sure I can get Andreas to come play with me. He doesn't have a computer for that yet, but maybe at some point. But so far it's just me. So if you want to join, let me know, and try and find the clan somewhere down below. And if you like to see some more of these kind of reviews of Diablo and games in general, just let me know in the comments down below. Let me know what your experience has been, and I'm looking forward to talking with you all, you guys. See ya.